every believer must know is that we go through stuff to become who we are. But we have come to a generation of believers who want things to be done in the fast track system. There are sometimes the reason why the journey to your promised land seems to be so long, a journey of maybe 4 days or 40 days is becoming 40 years. It's not because God is inhuman. It's not because God has forsaken you. It's not because God is no more your God. But it is because God is taking you through a certain process. So that when he brings you to your place of redemption, to your place of blessing, you can look back and say, this is how my God works. The God we serve is not a magician. He is a righteous God. He is a holy God. So in breaking you forth, in bringing you out of your dungeon, he does not use crooked means to set people up. God used the appropriate and the righteous channels set on the foundations of this world to lift up people that God has proposed in his mind to bless. He put people through the process. I want to repeat this. God does not bless children. God bless men. If you don't get this today. Because when I read Genesis, I saw that when God created Adam, he was not a child. Adam was a man. And so God bless man. If you read it, God bless man. And told him to be fruitful and what? Multiply. Until you attain the status of a man, the blessings of God upon your life will be suspended and delayed. You need tutors. You need governors. You need guardians. You need people who guide you, people who mentor you, people who teach you how God is, people who teach you the ways of God so that you follow. So before God lifts you up and bless you to a level that everybody will say that every dent, every blemish must be dealt with. You go through the process. The process is so unpleasant. It's so fearful. It's called scorching that I call it my wilderness. My wilderness. Ladies and gentlemen, no man can attain the higher level of growth in terms of blessing without going through his or her wilderness. No man, no woman can go through to a higher level of manifestation of God's blessing without going through some wilderness. The wilderness journey is for everybody. But we have come to a time in Christian life that believers believe that their blessings are in their comfort zones, not their combat zones. We believe that our blessings must be reaped where we have not sown. But ladies and gentlemen, the blessings of God, growth, manifestation of blessing does not happen in our comfort zone. It happens in our combat zones. When you listen to anybody on this earth who has made it, he has a story to tell you. Every successful person have a story, but these stories are stories that are unpleasant. They are stories in the wilderness that some of us don't want us even to be told, or you don't want to listen to those things, let alone happening to you yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, your blessings is not at home. Your blessings is in the wilderness. You must go through stuff.